How to get financing to open a franchise. Well, first of all, I want to give you a link in the description to book an appointment with our franchise expert, because all of you could look at buying a franchise as an option. There's like small buys, which are vending machines, the tutor doctor. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is nice, but there's different ones with a more lucrative to you. There's painting franchises, meaning actually painting houses. There's roofing. There's so many opportunities to look at a franchise as an option. How do you finance it? Let's talk about 3 things. How do you tailor your financing based on your business plan and cash flow needs? Absolutely critical. When and how do you use an SBA loan or other traditional financing options? And what do those look like for you as far as a cash flow model? And the last thing I want to talk about is when you're considering other alternative options like friends and family money and a few other expensive options, you really got to do your cash flow modeling. I see so many people spending a lot of money on the cost of money. So first of all, let's just get that out of the way. When you're financing, debt is a cost of money. So what are you having to pay for it? There are obvious franchises. They have their own options, but a lot of times those are 8, 10, 12%. So if you needed to borrow $100,000 to buy the franchise or finance the franchise, or 200 or 300, and you're paying 10%, 12% on 100,000, that's 12,000 a year, 1,000 a month. That is costing you just for the money. That's not even on the return or the return of principal. So you've really got to know your math. So if you want to talk to our franchise expert, the way you're going to get to him is through a gap analysis. So we're going to give you the Millionaire Maker book so you learn, you read, go through chapter 3, and then get on our calendar, do a gap analysis with our team. If you qualify, you can then meet our franchise expert, who will then talk you through some next steps and how to assess and what you're doing. You really have to know in your financing options, what are your business goals? Are you planning to hold it for a long time? Are you going to sell it, plan to exit? I've gone into companies and finance franchises where I'm just reconstituting it and restructuring it, and I want to buy out right away and I want to get my money back. So what are your goals? What are your credit scores? How good can you get financing? Right now, interest rates across all spaces are higher than normal. So is now really the time, if you just did some math and you could preserve some cash flow and actually sell for someone else for right now instead of buying a franchise. So really look at your options right now, because of the economy. We're recording this in August of 2024, extremely volatile out there. A lot of great franchise deals, though. A lot of great franchises that you can get in for as low as $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. One thing you want to make sure also, just in securing your financing, is that there's no prepayment penalties. Again, having a good contracts lawyer, franchise lawyer on your side, which comes with our team. We will help you make sure you don't get into some contracts or some, long-term financing that you can't refi, you can't reposition the money, and you're really trapped. I've seen that way too many times. And then what's your option? If you either have to get, you have to sell out short, go to bankruptcy, go through a restructuring, something like that, a receivership. The next thing let's talk about are SBAs and traditional financing. They're still one of my favorite. Now, SBAs can get a little more expensive. If you have real estate attached to the franchise, you have a better chance of getting the SBA loan. It's just a lot of government paperwork. Takes a long time. Try just local bank financing first. If you've been a longstanding member of your community, you've put a fair amount of deposits in and out of a financial institute, especially a banking institute, they still loan on really good business plans. So in the link below, I'm going to give you my Building, Leading, Protecting Your Business link. So I want you to go buy, hugely discounted, my business plan. It's 4 hours listening to me help you build a business plan. With that, you can at least operationally go into a bank and see if you can get low interest rates. If you have enough deposits or even a CD or something at the bank, a lot of times they'll actually reduce your interest rate by several points. So really be strategic about traditional options as well as SBA, as well as self-finance options. Hard money is probably the worst you're going to get because you're at 12, 15, 17%. But if it's the only thing you can do, well, you better call our office. I mean, that's a dangerous one. So again, our gap analysis is in the description below. Also, just come to a Millionaire Intensive. Learn what it takes to be a millionaire, to be an entrepreneur, and to be a wealth builder. We are here 5 days a week. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to click that notification button. Go to the search bar and actually look through our playlist. How can we support you to have what you want, because you deserve a way bigger life? So as we move to alternative financing, again, you got to look at the SBA if they're willing to finance. If it's real estate, sometimes they'll have like 65% loan to value. Sometimes if the business is lucrative enough, and again, it goes to your business plan. Financing is not coming without a well thought out business plan, which is why I've given you our business plan link below. Get it and start learning how to do a business plan. Mine is very general and operational. You will need to get some more documenting and supporting spreadsheets behind you as you build it with your franchisor and as you build into it. But SBAs can get you sometimes up to 85%, so you have to put less down, finance less of it. It's just what's the cost of your money is really the biggest thing I need you walking in with. Again, pitfalls that we see consistently is you go in it alone, you don't have the right teams and system, and really, if you're going into a franchise and you're using every last dollar that you have, I'd consider getting some partners. You don't want to go all in, not knowing how to get this successful and up in cash flow right away. So know the trends, know the best franchisors, interview them, do some really good due diligence before you just raise your hand and say, I'm going to just go casually buy a franchise. It's strategically done. It takes a little minute to do it, but we have a great team and we help people highly successful get into them. So if you have any questions, go to Ask Loral, AskLoral, ask questions, make a request. We're here 5 days a week. I expect to see you and watch my videos.